Greetings, welcome back to Apeliosis Network. I'm Ethosis.
My name is Kairosis.
And we'll be diving into Michael Jackson's Take of the Time.
So Michael Jackson came out with a song back in 2010 called They Don't Really Care About Us. There was two versions, and the one that we're going to be talking about today is the prison version. It's portraying that police brutality has not only affected minorities, but has majorly affected the African American community, which is why Kairosis is so important in this song, because Kairosis is timeliness, where the song is talking about what is currently happening today, like the George Floyd incidents where police brutality did affect the African American community. It's still something that predominantly happened, and civil rights movement has been going on since the 1950s and is still been being portrayed in aspects of the Black Lives Matter movement, where when George Floyd's situation did happen, there was an upbringing and rise of that movement, because nowadays we need to make it a predominant matter that it is something that needs to be fixed. And Kairos is going to stay in this song until society does decide to change the aspects of it. Next, we're going to be going to give it to Logosis, where he's going to give the logical aspect of what Michael Jackson was trying to portray with his song, They Don't Really Care About Us.
Thank you, Kairosis. In this song, They Don't Care About Us by Michael Jackson, Logos plays a big role in the music video. The music video argues at the police brutality and the mistreatment of the law system and racial discrimination. As the music video exposes the unlawful justice system, Jackson also uses it to influence people to stand up for what's right by informing them of what's happening throughout the music video. The singer also mentions former President Roosevelt in his lyrics, but if Roosevelt was living, he wouldn't let this be, to show the unfairness and the mistreatment of prisoners in the prison system. Reason for this is because former president pushed for equal rights regardless of racial or background, and stood for fairness and decent human rights. The music video has a lot of meaning behind it and shows the reality of the justice system back then and today.
Thank you, Logosis, for the logical side of what Michael Jackson was trying to portray. Now we're going to throw it over to Pathosis, where he'll say the emotional aspect of what the song's trying to mean.
Thanks, Kairosis. Now, pathos. Pathos comes from the Greek term of emotions and experiences. Pathos is about how people feel rather than how they think logically. Throughout the video, most people might feel anger, disgust, or sadness. Within the first minute, we see kids behind fences with their face covered by their hands. This gives the impression that they're scared to speak out. Although they're free, they're still being oppressed by society. Next, we hear the sounds of sirens and babies screaming and crying, while several clips of police brutality and chaos in society are being played. This gives the notion that there is something wrong with society and that there is a need for change. After that, we see Michael Jackson yelling for people to stand up against injustice. At the end of the video, we see Michael Jackson standing on top of a table without handcuffs and shirt ripped, with the guards nowhere to be seen. This shows that if people stand up together against injustice, there can be change in society. Now back to you, Ethiosis.
Thank you, Pathosis, for the great explanation. Now we'll dive deeper into ethos. Ethos is a Greek word meaning character, describing the guiding beliefs or ideals that characterize a community, nation, or ideology. Michael introduces ethos throughout several meaningful lyrics and verses. One of his most meaningful lyrics would be, "Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality. No, I'm tired of being the victim of hate. You are raping me of my pride." Police brutality is a common form of discrimination. Not only is it wrong for an officer of the law who is supposed to protect and serve the people to neglect their power, but police brutality is degrading and a traumatic experience that influences a negative, rebellious attitude toward law enforcement. Thank you guys for watching the Apeliosis Network. I'm Ethosis.
And I'm Kairosis.
And we'll see you guys next week.